Okay. Congrats on tonight's win, Coach. It was a big victory against Toccoa Falls College. Another South Region win for y'all. You have now gone 10-0 in program history at home against Toccoa Falls. I know that that's just, a program number, but, it was a big win, a much-needed win for your girls tonight.
Yeah, it's nice to be on the winning side on the scoreboard, but, more importantly, I think we really tried to focus on not focusing on the outcome and instead focus on the process and make sure that we're doing those little things right and not get too caught up in I don't know how many losses we've had here, but we start focusing on that and instead let's focus on the things we can control. We can control rebounding and boxing out and turnovers and so really tried to focus on that and just playing with a real intent to have fun and enjoy the game of basketball, but also to do it really excellent and focus on the little things in that process rather than the outcome. And so, it's nice to have that affirmed with a win on the scoreboard, but sometimes you do the right things and you don't get the win on the scoreboard. But we want to stay focused on the right things and doing those little things right, let that lead to the big battle victory.
Well, and tonight it did seem that y'all did do the little things right. It did seem to add up, and y'all seemed to play very well as a team together.
Yeah, it took a while. Second half was better than the first, definitely. We were down at halftime. We were behind in rebounding. Our free throws, we hadn't gotten to the line very much. We hadn't shot well. We ended up shooting a lot better in the second half from the free throw line, got to the line a lot more, which really spoke because we were running our offense a lot better. We had a much better flow to the game in the second half. The first half seemed to be very disjointed, and credit to Toccoa Falls. They played really good defense and got us off our game a little bit. But thankfully, second half there was a much better flow to the game, a lot better organization out there, resulting in we made the defense shift a few times, and then we knew where we were going with the ball, and they made the right plays.
Coach, you talked about a good defense tonight. It was obvious there was a lot of hustle, there was diving for balls, hands in passing lanes, a lot of blocks tonight. Coach, do you feel like the energy on the defensive side of the ball led to the offense picking up in the second half?
For sure. We had 22 deflections or steals by our count on the bench, and I haven't seen the stats. Nobody really stats deflections, but we have a certain number we're looking for. That was above it, and so we reached that number. We know we've done something right. We had to change up our defense a little bit. We changed up the type of man-to-man we played. That made a difference for sure in the second half. Kind of woke us up. And defense leads to good offense, and for us that seems to be doubly true. If we're not playing good defense, a lot of times our offense struggles, and for us tonight for sure, those good defensive stops, deflections, some steals, but even just the energy transformed over into the offensive side of the ball.
And Coach, speaking of energy, you got Annie Miller back tonight after missing a game due to an injury. Can you talk a little bit about her, the spark that she provides on both sides of the ball, a little bit of scoring there as well. Can you talk a little bit about her toughness and coming back so quickly and just the energy she brings to the team?
Yeah, I think her stamina's not all here yet, but she's come back and after one practice, got some minutes. First half was a little rusty. Still a lot of turnovers that we're working on, and she's got a lot of creativity to her game, as you can see. But the challenge for Annie is keeping that within the scope of an offense, and then those turnovers, keeping those down. But I mean, a great weapon, great handles, good shooting, and really quick. So it's fun when she's on the court, and hopefully we've got a lot more years of watching her here.
Coach, it was great to pick up the win tonight. You guys looking forward to going in this weekend on a high note? The game coming up Saturday. Can you talk a little bit about the energy that this can provide in practice, a little pick-me-up the next couple days of practice here leading into the weekend?
Well, it's great to have the verification, I like I mentioned earlier, of when you preach as a coach, do the little things and the scoreboard will take care of itself. Well, we were down in rebounds. We ended up out rebounding them in the game overall, and so that correlates to that score that flipped. We were up by 1 at halftime, I think, and just really stretched that out a lot in the second half. And that's not just due because, okay, we started knocking down shots. We had deflections, turnovers, rebounds. All of that feeds into, we didn't shoot more shots than they did. Matter of fact, these stats have them exactly the same. So we shot 62 times, they shot 62 times. Now we shot 35% from the three-point line, and that's that's good for us. We like to be at 33%, but it's not extremely great. We've shot better than that. We were at I think we're right at 70% on free throws for the game. That's below our norm as well. So we didn't shoot phenomenally well, but we did all those little things. And so what we'll take into practice and what we'll just be pounding into ourselves is, let's keep doing that. Let's keep doing those little things. Let's move our feet. We got a little foul trouble in the fourth quarter. So those things we can take away, even from a win, that's a significant point advantage win. You can look at that and say, okay, here's areas we still need to improve in. We got in foul trouble in the fourth quarter. We put them on the bonus with 7 minutes left in the game. Well, that's not a very good situation to be in. So let's move our feet and take better angles at the ball and that kind of stuff. So there are definitely things that we're going to be able to take away from this and say, see, if we do this, good results are going to happen. And on top of that, we can improve in this area. So, Saturday's game with Covenant, definitely going to be a tough battle. We've battled back and forth with them, pretty evenly matched games most of the time, and a good test for us coming up Saturday.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Yeah.